If you know me at all as a musician, then you know I love musicals. From Hamilton to Wicked, Cinderella, there's just something magical about any musical. I love the lighting, the costuming, the acting, drama, the music. And to say musicals have not been a big part of my life is just a blatant lie. It's something I didn't think I'd ever actually do. Nothing I actually anticipated to be part of my life as an adult musician. In high school, I went to the Con High. It was all classical, orchestral, soloing. We didn't do any musical. We had this one, but that didn't really count. And so my very first experience of being in a musical was when I was in year 12, and the Rockdale Musical Society needed a dep. Now a dep is someone who's basically a casual, a fill-in for that one gig. And so I went to my very first musical, never having seen one in my life. I was surprisingly sheltered, not knowing what to expect, and completely failed. But there was something about the musical that just kind of hooked me. The chaos, the changes, the being switched on. And so in uni, I got called to dep so many shows. And I think I depped about 5 shows, a couple of times per show, before I actually committed to an entire production. And man, our musical's so much fun. Rehearsing with the orchestra, then the sits probe, and then the dress run, and then the actual performances. I think the musical freedom is what kind of captures me. As a trumpeter, there's just something you can do with musicals that you can't do in orchestral. There's leniencies, like if you've just got minims, you're not gonna play minims, you're gonna add some twiddles and stuff in between. There are 3 types of musicals I've played in. One where the orchestra is in front of the stage, so orchestra, then the performers. One where the performers are there, then the orchestras are up high in the ceiling, and you can lean over the balcony and see down, and go, oh cool, that's happening. And another one, which I'm currently doing at the moment, and I did last year with Wicked, is where the orchestra is physically in another room, connected, and so you can't see anything, and the only way you can see the show is a projector at the back, and by putting on headphones and listening to the show. You actually you're not in the room. And that's probably one of the big things about musicals that I love at the moment, is just the technological achievement. It's no secret I love tech, especially music tech. And musicals just seems to be like everything. So yes, I'll be vlogging with this thing. Let's explore a musical, shall we? People are giving me funny looks because I'm dressed entirely in blacks. Hello. Welcome to the vlog.
It's amazing. It's a vlog. It has been so long. It has been years.
Yes.
Multiple years.
Okay. Hi Camilla. Welcome to the vlog. This vlog is why I love musicals. We're going to talk to Tom in a few moments. He's over there.
Hey everyone.
But you are an MD that's inspired my actual physical MDing. My favorite move is the... Okay, can you do it for the camera so everyone can see? Ah, so you do it... Okay, see.
I might have changed. It's been a
No,
while.
you used to do a 12.
No, I did. See, I've even forgotten the things that has inspired you, it seems. Yeah, you do that.
I could never do it. Like with my left hand, I could never do it properly. So I just couldn't do it. So I was just like back and forth.
You know what?
That's vamp. So all the kids at school were like...
You've done your own little spin on it.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm honoured. I'm so honoured, Fanny. This is like made my day knowing this.
How good. So why do you love musicals?
I love musicals, to be honest. My biggest reason is because as a reed player, I get to play at least 4 instruments.
Yeah.
All the time, and I don't really play otherwise, so it's a really
I think I saw you play a flute tonight for the first time.
I did play a flute tonight. I keep that one a little bit quiet. I don't really like saying that I do, so that I don't get booked on flute parts. But no, I absolutely love musicals as well, because the actual music you're playing is definitely the kind of genre that I love. It's fun.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
We are now with the maestro himself.
With Mr. McCorkadale.
Mr. McCorkadale. Oh my...
Okay.
So why do you love musicals?
Well, I love musicals for a lot of reasons, and I've thought about that question. As a performer, I was always that person that loved to make short movies and be on the stage singing and giving speeches and presentations, and I was in children's cuts back in the day, but then when I got into high school, seeing the musical side of things and having that training, it brought together the 2 worlds that I loved.
Yeah.
As a music teacher, musicals give you a chance to use every skill that you'll ever need. You're not just the conductor, that's the surface on the iceberg. You're teaching the vocal parts, you're arranging a lot of music.
Yes, you are arranging a lot of
music. Looking at
music.
the business side of things, you're liaising with sound and lighting, you're collaborating with the director. It's how you shape a song to a particular character. It's not just to imitate the recordings. You're using so many of the skills that we learn and that we practice, and it's all at a very high level. It's not just a tokenistic gesture. We're able to bring into practice so much of what we do, and that just feeds back into our teaching. It feeds back into our practice as musicians, and musicals are the ultimate experience, and the music's great. It's a really deep dive into each genre, and Annie's a interesting show because it was composed in 1977, but it's a much older style of music.
Yes,
so in the age where synthesizers and orchestras were being much smaller, Annie was one of the last shows of the musical comedy genre. So being in an older style, it's
I appreciate that.
Special show.
As a trumpeter.
As a trumpeter, yeah.
Oh, I really love it. I'm having
there are such good trumpet parts in this show. It's a great written score, but I think the trumpets and the reeds have the most fun.
Yeah, we do. It's very good. Thank you so much.
Yep. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Woo.
Thank you.
We've got 3 more shows to go. 2 tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then 1 on Sunday. And that's probably the exciting thing about the show, is that the people who are going to be in it tomorrow are completely different. The vibe of the audience is going to be different. Oh, there was this funny moment with the dog. They have to say to the dog, "Come here, Sandy, come here." And the dog has to go from one point of the stage to the other side of the stage. But the dog wasn't having it tonight.
Here, boy. Here, Sandy. Come on, Sandy. Come on, boy. Come on, Sandy. Come on, Sandy. Come on, Sandy. Okay, how about Charlie? Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Good Sandy. Good old Sandy.
Oh, and one other thing about musicals, which I've noticed from tonight, is the camaraderie, but also the camaraderie within the different sections, because there always seems to be a bit of a divide between the orchestra and the cast, and I never know why. Even at the one I MD'd, I tried to break that. Nope, wasn't possible. It's very weird. I think it's mostly to do with the fact that the cast have been working on this for 6 months plus, and then the orchestra comes in usually, traditionally in a professional context, it just like wings it. Depths. Like, everyone is sight reading the sits probe. What's the sits probe? The sits probe is literally where you sit down, cast an orchestra, and play through it together. The orchestra usually has like maybe 1 run through, then the sits probe. I have a busy schedule. I tend to just sight read the sits probe. If I'm lucky, because otherwise I just read the first run, which I did for this show. Couldn't make the orchestral rehearsal, and I couldn't make the sits probe, so I could only make the first run. And I looked at the music obviously beforehand, but there are lots of cues and stuff which you have no idea. And you're sitting there going, golly me, this vamp is not a vamp. It is just go straight through and I've got a solo. The unpredictability of musicals is fun.
The next day.
Okay, so it's the next day. It's Saturday. We've got 2 shows today, 1 at 2 and 1 at 7. We don't need to wear blacks today, which is cool, so I'm going to wear the opposite, white. So Raph, speak from the heart. Why do you like musicals?
Much variety of styles is cool, so you have to be able to chop and change and do all sorts of stuff, and it's challenging because, like me, I'm sight reading. Sight reading stuff is not easy. So yeah, no, there's lots I like about it. I also like playing next to Panayotti Caramelos.
I like playing next to Raphael Harvey. Yeah,
It's pretty good vibes.
it's good vibes.
So setup. This is the best thing about the setup today. The mute holder. It's pretty good. Yeah, no, it's handy. It's a good thing to have. Especially for all the quick mute changes. But there's actually not that many.
Not in this
really,
one.
That are really quick.
No, Wicked has a few wicked difficult ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun. I mean, this is my mute holder, the ground. there we go. I hope you enjoyed the thoughts of myself and a few other friends and colleagues about why we love musicals so much. Thanks for watching.